Welcome to another episode of this weekly van build progress that we've been doing.
The best beer holder.
Whoa. It's actually sunny and it's like 40 degrees, so we're going to take advantage of the sunshine and we're going to continue the framing. Jason's moving some plywood in. So I think we're going to do some 1/2-inch plywood on the ceiling with rib nuts also, hopefully. And we also still are using the 1x3 pine boards. And we're going to attach those like so. Try not to show my crack to the world. Not great to line up. Might have to bend a little bit.
I walked under the blood red moon, and I've seen those wolves gather round, and I've spent some time with the devil, but never have I found another one like you. Oh Lord,
Tighter than a gnat's ass, as we like to say. We love little clamps. All right, let's drill it in. Let's drill the pilot holes, I should say.
and I've tasted too many temptations, and I've been chased by a demon hound. Lord, I just can't be satisfied, no, 'cause never have I found another one like you. Oh Lord, and your love, Jesus.
Almost there. Just got a couple of them on this side.
All the pieces cut.
We're calling it a night. Look at all this. It looks like it's coming together, finally. Woo!
PH2, PH2. PH2.
We ran out of bolts, so we had to go to the store I had to go to the store and get some more. And because they don't sell them in boxes, I had to buy them all individually, and that ended up being $50 for about 48 bolts. Yeah. Yep. Amazon comes through, but they come through within 5 days. So those are our options. The plan is to try to do the ceiling because we don't have enough 1/4-20 rib nuts for this top side rib that we want to do. Let's try to do it before it rains. Okay, so we just ran into a pretty gnarly situation where the bolts that I just spent $50 on just completely stripped, and they're sticking out of the wood on the ceiling. So Jason has an oscillating tool, an oscillating like cutter that he's gonna saw it off with. And we're gonna start over. We're not gonna use these screws, so it's gonna prolong our project.
Can you trim me the glasses?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay.
Don't buy shitty screws. We just bought 16 10-foot boards of Douglas fir in the back from a local sawmill here in the Adirondacks, all locally cut. Psyched. So Douglas fir has a lot of orange hints to it, and it has a really nice grain. So we're gonna take some of the strips, or a strip that has a lot of the orange grain on it, and one that doesn't have as much, and we're gonna try on the beaded end, see what the early American looks like on it. Can't wait to check that out. So they have a V groove on one side and then it's flat board on the other, and so we want to put the beaded side on the inside because we don't really like the bead, but we're gonna try the stain on the beaded side.
Yeah.
See what it looks like. It pays to go directly to the source. I paid $233.28 for 16 10-foot Douglas fir tongue and groove boards. It's so much cheaper than going to Curtis Lumber or Lowe's. There she is. Just beautiful. I mean, look at that grain. It's really windy. I put these in the cups. Can't really get the brush in very good. So this is the Sedona Red. Sedona Red. It's looking pretty cool. And then for a not so harsh look, you can give it the old wipe. Ooh, I like that a lot. That's really pretty. Really brings out the reds in this wood. Okay, now for early American, which I'm already seeing might be a little bit too dark for me, but hey, that's why we're trying this, right? It's very pretty. Pretty nice. It's dark in here, isn't it?
Yes.
We just got these sick new lights. Let's see if they work. Okay, let's do it this way. Whoa.
That's the low setting, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Those are awesome.
We just got these really awesome lights on Amazon. I'll link them below. They are TechStap magnetic lights, and they also have a hook on them so you can hang. They're very heavy duty. They're 1000 lumen, and they're rechargeable with a USB-C to USB charger, and it comes with them. I got 2 of them for $40. It's got like a nice blue face. You can get an orange one or black one if you want, but I just love the feel. They just feel very durable, and I just love that I can just stick them in the middle of the van. So when we're finally on the road, we can literally just clip these right to the frame of the van on the outside where we have our awning, and we have all this light. It's awesome. Huh? You like it?
Yes.
We can't wait to get these wires up. So in order to get these up and out of our faces, we have to get these ceiling ribs in. We ran out of rib nuts. We kept having issues with these bolts that I got. I did return the bolts. I think we're just going to send it on some self-tapping screws. You know, the Douglas fir boards that we got are pretty light. Not quite as light as the cedar, but we're not hanging anything directly off the cedar except for the boards themselves, so I think that'll be strong enough. But otherwise, I would definitely recommend using rib nuts. We got a rib up. Hi, Rev. Self-tapping screws worked surprisingly well. Better probably than our rib nut situation here, so we're going to throw a couple of self-tappers in there just to kind of keep that. But this one, when you pull on it, doesn't budge at all. This one has a little bit of play. You can kind of see a little bit. Strength.
In numbers.
Strength in numbers. Burned myself on a strip screw. And on my thumb.
Yeah.
So Jason's been putting up the self-tappers because I'm afraid of hurting myself. He's doing a great job. We got the 3 main ones on. We have another one that we have to tuck into this, so we're going to cut this headliner back a little bit to the edge of this existing light here, and that's exactly where our last rib is going to go. And our 10-foot boards span perfectly all the way to this, and we have 8 inches of leftover, so we're going to saw them off at the edge. We have great lengths. Perfect. Not getting to the actual ceiling yet because it's dark out and we don't want to disturb our neighbors by using the saw, so just focusing on these last ribs really, which we did.
Okay. These are our beautiful Douglas fir tongue and groove boards. It's going to be our ceiling in the van. This is the finished side, like the exposed side, I should say. We just got done sanding them with 220 sandpaper. This is for like an orbital or a palm sander. You can use it. You can do it by hand with regular 220 grit. It's fine. Next, we're going to take some lovely tack cloth, and that'll get rid of all the powder. So it's in my hands, covered in powder. And yeah, last night I polyurethane the back sides just to give them a good seal. You can see. And after we tackle off, we're going to stain. All that little powder shit will stick to this, and they're reusable. I got the neighbor standing out here as an audience, figuring out what the hell I'm doing. Stain. Highly recommend rubber gloves. We're using Minwax Early American Finish. It's really nice stuff. Mentioned that the backside, which is polyurethane, was just this fast drying polyurethane, which will go over this stain once it's dry. And I put the stain in a used coffee cup thingy because it's got a really cool handle, super easy. Always go with the green. Okay. Now we wipe them down. voila. So now if we want it darker, let this sit, and we add another coat. Or if we like this, let it sit for about 4 hours, and then we can poly it, and it's done. Ready to go zip, zip, zip into the van.